So GVM upgrades have become really popular over the last few years, and I've got another video which explains the 4 types of GVM upgrade and why you might want each one of those. But a big question is, does a GVM upgrade increase your towing capacity? Some would say yes, some would say no. The truth is actually somewhere in between. Now, let's do some definitions first. We're going to take the 200 series because that's a really popular tow car. We've got the GVM, which is the maximum it can weigh, and the 200, that's 3350 kilograms. We've got an unladen weight, which might be referred to as the tear or curb. It's slightly different. I've got another video where I explain that. 2740 for the GXL. Subtract one from the other, 3350 minus 2740, we come up with 610 kilograms, which is our payload. We've also got a maximum tow weight of 3.5 tonnes, which is the maximum mass the vehicle is allowed to tow, and the maximum combined mass of the tow car and the trailer is called the GCM, and in the case of the 200, that is 6,850 kilograms. Now we're going to take 3 identical 200s. They've all got the same GCM of 6850, all got the same max tow of 3,500 kilograms, and all got the same unladen weight of 2740 kilograms. And the first one we're going to look at is the standard vehicle. Let's do some numbers on that and we can compare it to 2 GVM upgrade versions. So the front axle maximum weight is 1630 kilograms, the rear axle maximum weight is 1950, because in addition to how much the vehicle can weigh in total, the front and the rear axles have maximum limits you cannot exceed. Now the maximum tow is 3,500, which happily is exactly the GCM minus the GVM, which not always the case, but is for the 200. And we will allow for the towable mass in future calculations, but in this one we're going to do without towable mass. And that's our payload, 3350, 2740, 610. Now we're going to take this 200 and give it what's termed an axle sum upgrade, and what that means is the GVM's been re-rated, not upgraded but re-rated to 3580 kilograms. Now you may notice that 3580 is the sum of 1630 plus 1950, so the axles haven't been re-rated or changed, just said okay, because each axle can handle that amount, therefore the vehicle's total weight is going to be changed to the sum of those 2 axles. So now we've got a maximum tow of 6850 minus 3580. When that vehicle is loaded to its GVM, it can only tow 3270 kilograms, not 3500 kilograms. It can still tow 3500 kilograms when it's not loaded to its new GVM. Now the payload has gone up, 3580 minus 2740 gives us 840 kilograms of payload, which is another 230, the same amount that the max tow had reduced. However, that comes with a caveat, which is that you have to split the load across the front and rear axle such that the axle weights are not exceeded, whereas with this example you've got a bit of leeway because the axle sum comes to more than the GVM. Okay, now this is an axle re-rate GVM, not an axle upgraded GVM. The axles aren't changed, they're just re-rated. Now that gives us a GVM in this case of 4,000 kilograms, and the front axle has been re-rated to 1800, the rear axle has been re-rated to 2250. Now the max tow in this case is 6850 minus 4,000, 2800. So when this vehicle is at its GVM of 4,000, it can only tow 2,800, but again it can tow 3,500, you just can't use that GVM of up to 4,000 kilograms. Now the payload is 4,000 minus 2740, which is 1,260, that's 750 kilograms more, so a very significant difference there. So those are 3 base vehicles. We're going to take a look at the standard versus the axle re-rate, because for towing purposes the axle sum really doesn't make any significant difference at all. I'm going to explain the principles and you can use my towing calculator to figure out your exact situation. Alright, so let's take a look at a 3,000 kilogram van on a standard LC200. GVM 3350, van is 3000, GCM is 6350. That's the addition of those 2. We're going to put a towable mass on there of 300 kilograms, unladen weight 2740, and then let's do some maths to figure out what our payload is going to be. So the total weight of this combination is 3350 plus 3650, which is less than the GVM of 6850. So 6850, 350, we're 500 kilograms underneath the GCM, so all is good there. Now the TBM, the GVM of the car is 3350. We take off 300 kilograms of tow ball mass, and that leaves us with 3050. So we take that tare weight away, and that gives us a payload of 310. So another way to look at that is vehicle weighs 350 GVM, take away the tare weight, 2740 gives us 610, take away 300, and we come to 310 kilograms, which is not an awful lot when you're towing a 3,000 kilogram trailer. 310 kilograms is not a lot of payload. So what will it look like if we go for the higher rated? All right, so let's look at that 3-ton van, but this time with the LC200 upgraded to a 4,000 kilogram GVM, so that's re-rating the axles. Now GVM is now 4,000 kilograms, the van weighs 3,000 as it does before. Our GCM limit is, however, still 6850. That hasn't changed despite the GVM upgrade. Tow ball mass we're going to assume is 300 kilograms again. Okay, so let's do the maths and figure out what's happening. So the total weight is potentially 4,000 plus 3,000 equals 7,000. That's assuming we load that vehicle to its maximum. Now the problem with that is it exceeds the GCM limit of 6850 by 150 kilograms. So we need to reduce that total weight by 150. Now, if we assume that the caravan weighs its 3,000, that means that we just can't use the full limit of the GVM on the 200, or can we? All right, so we take 4,000 and then we take 300 kilograms of TBM off that, because remember the TBM is part of the mass of the trailer, but it is also at the same time pressing down on the tow car, and therefore it forms part of the tow car's GVM as well. So in effect, we've got to allow 4,000 kilograms against the GVM, but when it comes to the GCM, we can take the 300 kilograms off because we've counted it already against GCM in the trailer weight. So that's 3,700. Then if we add our 3,700 actual weight of the vehicle here, plus the 3 tons, 3,000 of the caravan, we come to 6,700, and that is actually within the GCM limit. So we're within the GCM limit, which is good. Remember, again, for towing, you have to calculate your TBM, GCM, so many different limits. Whichever limit you come to first is the one which limits your maximum tow. So we've got our 4-ton GVM, we take off our 2740 tare weight, gives us 1260 kilograms of payload, minus the 300 TBM. We can put 960 kilograms worth of gear or weight in that vehicle, provided we don't then exceed the re-rated axle limits. All right, now we're going to go for a 3,500 kilogram van, and again with our 4,000 kilogram GVM re-rated vehicle. So GVM 4,000, van 3,500 this time, GCM hasn't changed, TBM 350, and let's work it through. So we've got 4,000 plus 3,000 equals 7,500 here. That is beyond the GCM of 6,850 by 650 kilograms. So something's going to have to change. We're not going to make the trailer any lighter, so that weight's going to have to come out of the tow car. All right, now if we take 350 kilograms off the tow car's GVM, that gives us 3,650. So 3,650 plus 3,500, we're still 300 kilograms over. So we're going to have to take, or not use rather, 300 kilograms worth of payload out of this car. So if we do that, we do 6,850 minus 3,500, 3,350. That's the maximum this car can weigh. So then we've got our 3,350 minus 2,740, 610, and the 350 TBM, because of the double counting trick, that allows us to say that the car can weigh no more than 3,350, take away the tare weight, and that leaves us with 610. Now the actual weight pressing down on the car is an extra 350 kilograms, but because for GCM purposes that's counted in the caravan, we don't need to count it against the GCM again. We've done that, but we do need to count it against the GVM, and if we do that, then we're still within limits because we got that massive 4,000 kilogram limit there. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about rear axles. I'm going to go into this in another video because no one believes me when I just talk about it in PowerPoint or a whiteboard. I actually have to get models out and scale, so I'll do that. Anyway, we've got a toe ball mass pressing down on the back, and then we've got a wheelbase, which is the distance between the front and the the front axle and the rear axle. And then we've got an overhang, which is the distance between the rear axle and the centre of the toe ball. Now, here's the tricky thing. You press down on that and you actually get more weight here than you do here, and you get a weight reduction there, and that's what I'll go for another video. Anyway, so we've got a 2850mm wheelbase, and I'm estimating that this distance here is 1200mm, and that means a 142% axle load. So if we've got 350 kilograms pressing down here, we've actually got a load on the axle of 497 kilograms. And at this point you're thinking, oh my god, just how complicated can towing be? There are just so many weights, it's difficult. I know, I feel your pain. It took me ages to learn this stuff. That's why I wrote the tow calculator on it. And look, the biggest tip I can give you is just tow to 2/3 of capacity, and then pretty much all of these complicated numbers and pain just goes away. Anyway, 2740 kilogram unladen. Now we need to know the weight on the rear axle to begin with. Now Toyota don't publish that, but I'm pretty sure that the 200 has got a stock 200 unladen, a 50-50 front to weight distribution. So let's assume that 1370 kilograms on the rear axle. So 1370 kilograms plus the 497 we're just going to add on to it equals 1867. The limit for the rear axle is 1950 kilograms. So that's the rear axle with a 350 kilogram TBM is within 83 kilograms before its load limit is reached, which is not a lot. That's less than a set of heavy drawers, which are generally built too heavy in my opinion. However, there is some good news. Yes, there's actually some good news about towing weights. Very rarely it happens, so hang on to it. Right? The front axle load is reduced by 147 kilograms. So that's good news. And so 497 minus 147 equals 350, because you're only adding 350 kilograms of weight to the car. You're, overall, you're adding 497 here, but you're reducing it by 147 at the front. Okay, now here's some summary points about GVM upgrades and towing. So the first one is a GVM upgrade does not increase your brake towing capacity unless it is also a GCM upgrade as well, and those are few and far between. Some people in the aftermarket are not keen on them at all. I include myself in that, and the regulatory bodies are also not keen on them as well. So it won't increase your brake tow limit. However, it will allow more payload to be carried, particularly if it's an axle re-rate GVM, and because of that you may be able to in effect tow a heavier trailer than if you didn't have a GVM upgrade. Now the axle re-rate GVM upgrades, those are the ones that make a significant difference. The axle sum ones really, the sums don't really change that much, so I wouldn't necessarily get one of those if you're only going to tow. Now this point again, is particularly once you get a GVM upgrade, you might find that your maximum tow limit is actually GCM rated as opposed to GVM limited or anything else. Like I said, you've got to do about 5 different calculations when you tow a heavy trailer to see which one of the limits you've come up against first. And again, axle sum upgrades make very little difference. Okay, so what should you tow with what? I put this out on my Facebook page a while ago and it caused great angst. Anyway, I would say that if you've got a 2500 kilogram van, then a medium ute or wagon is what you want, a Sport, Everest, Ranger, that sort of thing. Up to 3000, you could go some of the bigger vehicles, the 200 series, the 300 series, Y62, Defender, that sort of thing. And the forthcoming Ineos Grenadier probably do pretty well there as well. 3000 kilograms plus, yeah, look, I know they're rated to 3.5, but I really wouldn't. I'd be looking at something like a Silverado, a big American ute, or a Canter or a Fuso, Isuzu, things like that as well. The big American utes tow absolutely beautifully, but some of them are quite payload limited as well. So basically, Remember that GVM upgrades do place the vehicle under significant loads it was not originally designed for, because it's a re-rating, not an upgrading. So you need to be careful of that and work in the wear and tear, the maintenance, and drive it appropriately. So use with caution. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Any comments, questions, please comment away, and thanks for watching. Please support me on Patreon, like, subscribe, etc., and thank you for your time.